Okay, hello, fellow highly differentiated eukaryote aggregates. Yeah, because studying molecular biology will do that too. Anyway, before I start, just one tiny little notice.
You anoint my head with oil.
In the previous games, this would be the point where you kind of
The days of my life
rush at the finale.
in the house of the Lord.
But spoiler alert, this is just the halfway point, actually. And there, now I have some tea steeping.
Righteousness for his name.
That's the way it should be. But yeah. So we found our Father Michael, the Michael Cooper, who had some kind of
You prepare a table before me
Yeah.
in the presence of my
Grace Group connection to a bunch of other horribly diseased people. So let's just talk to him and see if anything interesting blows up.
I will dwell in the house.
Michael? Michael Cooper.
You! Stay back, bestower. I've got a gun.
Just a second.
I said stay back!
Well, I'm happy to see you too.
Please, I'm here to help.
Help? Oh, I wish that was true. How much help did you give George, or Leah, or the others?
What are those other people though? We kinda need to know that, but I'm sure he'll tell us eventually, even if we go with the other options.
Others? How many of you are there?
You don't even know that. You don't know a thing, do you? This wasn't the plan.
Plan?
Yes, our brilliant plan. We get the bestower to escort our souls to the next world, protect us from this force that is after us. Instead, you let us be destroyed.
Hey, it wasn't my fault, you know.
I tried. Honestly, I tried.
Tried. I'm sure that was a comfort to George and Leah while their very souls were being torn apart.
I'm sorry. Whatever is going on, it's new. I've never seen anything like it before.
I see. And what about him?
Huh?
Your friend? The man behind you? He hasn't said a word since you walked in here.
Me? Do you mean me?
Yes, you. Don't look so surprised. How else could I have known who you were? Now get out of here. You've been nothing but trouble ever since George went to look for you.
Well, technically, I'm personally a bit of a number 4 kind of guy. Just checking here. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. I might as well try, see what happens.
I am so sick of guns.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of all this.
Temper, my host.
That voice. It can't be.
I told
Oh,
you
hey.
to stay in the other room.
Yes, my host, I know. But I had to intervene. These two know me, if I may.
Fine, fine. Just make it quick. I'm losing concentration.
Malone, Blackwell, what a pleasant surprise to see you both again.
Yeah, surprise is the word. What the hell are you doing here?
Is it not obvious? You freed me, Malone, brought me back into this world, and as befits all of our kind, I had a host waiting for me, and so I have returned to my former duties.
Look, as much as I am touched by this reunion, I need to focus.
Perhaps we should all converse outside.
Fine, outside. Just leave me in peace.
Thank you, my host.
That was Madeline.
You know her? That saves time, I guess. Look, maintaining this circle leaves me a bit cranky. Sorry. If you can help, great. If not, well, I've made my peace with it. Just go talk to her. She's outside. I need to concentrate. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Well, yeah.
Makes me lie down in green pastures.
So That's a bit of a turn, isn't it? Bit of
Leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's
Yeah.
sake.
drama
Though
thing.
I walk through.
So, lady person Madeline thingy.
Blackwell? Malone? It's been a long time since we've been able to converse.
It's been almost 6 months since Joey freed you. How come we're only seeing you now?
I admit the transition hasn't been pleasant. I have had 3 hosts since returning to this world. The first was an old man on the edge of death. He lingered for 6 weeks before finally succumbing to the inevitable. When the old man passed, I became bound to his niece for a time. She ran every time she saw me. I tried to keep my distance, give her time to adjust, but in the end, she fell down the stairs in an attempt to flee. The poor woman died, and I was passed to her brother, the man inside.
That's a hell of a story. Really.
Do you know what's going on? Why are these souls being attacked?
I do not know. I wish I did. Like you, we saw it happen. We saw a soul being torn apart and could do nothing. I'm afraid my host became a little unreasonable after that.
So I'm just going through these in sequence. There's no dialogue puzzle to this. I don't really think anything important happens along the way. It's just one of those info dumps.
Why was George looking for me?
We needed a bestower. A proper bestower. My host and I were not up to the task.
Eh?
It might be due to my time in the void. It might be because my host's soul has been marked by whatever is out there. But in any case, our abilities are limited. We cannot even help lost souls move on as you do. We can see them and talk to them, but that is all. Hence why we needed you.
Lucky us.
So what can we do? We don't even know what's going on.
Our theory was that you could help move these poor souls into the next world before they were destroyed. But it appears that it did not achieve the desired result.
You could say that, yeah.
You must investigate. My host and I are restricted, but you two are not. If anyone can help uncover why these poor spirits are being attacked and stop it, it is you.
You should really call me Rosangela.
Forgive me. When you are as old as I am, all the names blur together. So I tend to address those I speak to by their family name. It is just easier that way, and less painful. I'm afraid it is a habit that is difficult to break.
Well, yeah, just to put it into perspective, that Madeline has been a ghost since, well, since her clothing was fashionable. Which I would guess to be a few hundred years. Really a caring, nice kind of person, and people just die all the time. And she just lives on, you know, that kind of thing. So it's not surprising that she invented a sort of somewhat unconventional solution to the problem.
So how'd you like being on the outside, as it were? I imagine it's better than being trapped wherever you were.
I had thought, I had hoped, that I would pass on, that being brought back to the mortal world would force me to obey mortal laws. Instead, No, it is not to be. I have returned to my former duties, therefore I must have further work to do. But yes, it is nicer than being trapped in the void. Did I ever thank you, Malone?
Not as such, no.
Well, I must rectify that. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
Okay, so let's try the notebook on her.
Do you know anything about this Grace group?
I know that it meant a great deal to my host, as well as his friends. Whatever happened at those meetings, it greatly improved their lives. But obviously, it came at a cost.
Incidentally, Oh, that's right. We never did learn whether those other self-help victims, as it were, actually can see Joey, which means they are not really psychic, but, well, maybe this Father Michael told them about all this and they actually believed it. Well, yeah, that's something I never thought about before. Well, this is only my second playthrough of the game still, but... whatever. On we go.
What can you tell me about Father Michael?
Cooper is my host. We have not had the time to get to know each other better.
Is he always this ornery?
Do have some pity for him. He has lost his uncle, his sister, and several of his friends. He has been forced to accept the spirit world and the possible loss of his own soul, all within the span of a few weeks. If anyone deserves some understanding, it is he.
And ornery is, of course, lead speak for snappish. You really should look it up. It's a... well, big vocabulary is a good thing. On we go.
There's a ghost haunting the empty apartment across from George Austin.
I see. Well, you know your duty. Go and save it.
Well, I kinda need her name because she's being a bit of a dick about it. Okay. Oh, hey, yeah. This is, well, I would not have thought about it much myself because, well, Madeline seems to me like a sort of forgive and forget kind of person. But still, it's something we should ask.
Why do you let Father Michael push you around like that?
It is what my host wishes.
So?
Simply that. I must do what my host commands.
Ah, right, seriously. What's the story?
No story, Malone. If my host wishes me to leave him alone, I leave him alone.
That actually works? So, Joey, could...
No.
Some of us take our duties more seriously than others.
Oh? Yeah. Well, yeah, no one actually told Joey that was part of the work description. But we have plumbed Madeline for all the information we can get right now, so let's just call it a day.
Well, I suppose we'll talk to you soon.
Of course.
Okay, Mr. Man, are you more cooperative now?
Father Michael,
Yeah?
I can't believe there's another medium in New York.
Medium?
Sorry, I mean bestower. I've been calling myself medium for so long I sometimes forget.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like I have anyone to talk to about this stuff. Nobody living, anyway.
Hey, look, I'd love to swap ghost stories with you, but it takes all my concentration to maintain the circle.
Right, sorry. Maybe we'll have coffee later? You know, after we save your soul and everything.
Sure, sounds great.
What is this circle?
Oh, this. Madeline taught me how to do it. It prevents anything spiritual from getting to me. It takes some concentration to maintain, so I'm sorry if I seem a bit inhospitable.
How did you learn what was happening?
You mean that our souls were being taken?
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago. I was at the bedside of a friend. Jeffrey, his name was. He went to the Grace Group meetings back in the day. Like me. He had been in a car accident. Hit and run. He was dying, and he wanted me there. And when he died, I saw it. His spirit being torn apart. He screamed. I'll never forget that scream.
I know. I saw it too.
Anyway, with Madeline's help, I began looking into other members of the group and learned it was happening to all of us. You know the rest.
That should be cause for concern.